Jackson with a speech titled A Natural Workplace.
Tracy Ellis Ross, Lupita Nyong'o, and Solange Knowles. You may hear these names and think it was the most influential black woman in the spotlight today. However, what you might not consider is the fact that they embrace their natural hair. Now, unfortunately, this kinky curly hair that you see on these celebrities isn't as always accepted in the workplace. And for this reason, African American women should be able to wear their natural hair in the workplace. This issue is more crucial as more black women are beginning to not wear things like perms, weaves, and wigs, and more black women are beginning to take pride in their natural hair. According to Christopher Muther in a 2014 article, chemical-free black hair is not simply a trend. A consumer research group, Mintel, reported that hair electrical cells dropped from 208 million in 2008 to 152 million in 2013, while sales of products that help to maintain natural hair are on the rise. As an African American woman myself, I'm very knowledgeable about this topic, as the problem I explained to you today pertains to me specifically. And so today, I will discuss the major biases against natural hair, the results of these biases, and some solutions to help erase them. First, I will explain the biases and the main problem related to them. Hairstyles culturally related to that of African American women should not be deemed as unprofessional or punishable if worn. Black women shouldn't have to feel uncomfortable wearing their natural-born hair in the workplace. So let's analyze some examples of how black women have suffered in the workplace and have even had some legal issues, because hairstyles like braids, locks, and afros are seen as unkept and unfit for the workplace. According to Dawn Burnett Alexander and Linda Harrison in a 2016 article, in 2012, Rhonda Lee, a meteorologist, did a broadcast wearing her natural hair. Later, on Facebook, a white viewer commented that Lee should grow more hair or wear a wig, describing her natural hair as not looking good. Also, Karen Bates states in her 2017 article, evidence shows there's still bias against natural hair, that a recent experiment, 4,000 participants took an association test called the Good Hair Study. And the results of this study were that white women showed the biggest bias against textured hair, saying that it's less professional than smooth hair. And this information is alarming when Bates also states that 38% of managers are female. However, these opinions aren't really that unexpected, as when you search Google for professional hairstyles for work, mostly images of white women with straight or pulled back hair appear. And some black women have even heard criticism straight from their bosses. The 2019 article, New York City to Ban Discrimination Based on Hair by Stacey Stubb, features Avery, a worker at the Manhattan Court Administration. And now Avery says that her supervisor tells her that she should do her hair when it's already styled naturally and that straight is better. And there have even been instances in which natural hair is banned. According to Sarad Dershi, author of Black Women Speak Up about their struggles wearing natural hair in the workplace in 2018, up until just last year, the U.S. Army banned African American women from wearing their natural hair while on duty. Furthermore, the 2016 article, Appeals Court Rules Dreadlocks Can Be Banned at Work by Tara Finley. In 2010, Chastity Jones filed a lawsuit due to discrimination after a company retracted her job offer because she would not get rid of her locks. The HR manager claimed that locks were against company policy and that they tend to get messy. The Alabama Federal Court and the Supreme Court agreed with the HR manager, saying that it's okay to ban dreadlocks at work because there's a difference between race and the cultural characteristics associated with race. From this evidence, you can see that some people think it's okay to discriminate against natural hair because they think it's less professional. However, this argument is unethical. If white women are allowed to go to work without having to put chemical relaxers in their hair or wearing wigs, so should black women. And while black women have been facing these challenges, there's no reason for them to continue to have to. there are solutions to make Black women more comfortable in the workplace. There are steps for the government to take, as well as all of you sitting in this classroom. To start, the federal court needs to include hairstyles closely related to race into policies like Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Title VII forbids employment discrimination based on racial and other individuous grounds. But this policy does have its flaws. According to Camille Rich, in performing racial and ethnic identity discrimination by proxy in the future of Title VII in 2004, Title VII does little to advance the cause of equality, as it does not consider the targeting of the identifying aspects of racial and ethnic identity, things like hair, to be considered discrimination. And this was probably one of the main reasons why the Supreme Court said it was okay to ban dreadlocks in Chastity Jones' case. If we were to change Title VII to include the cultural aspects related to race, we would be protecting a lot of Black women who wear their natural hair. In addition, more states can take example of New York. As Stacey Stokes mentions in the article that I cited before, New York just passed a law that considers the targeting of people based on their hair to be racial discrimination with fines up to $250,000. And you can also show your support through your own actions. You can contribute to or attend events such as Curl Fest, Texture on the One Way, or even Carolina Natural Hair Expo, which takes place right in Columbia. It's also important that you compliment the African American women you see who are brave enough to wear their natural hair and make them feel as if they have the right to do so. With support of government and peers, workplaces will have no other option but to respect Black women who wear their natural hair. With a more accepting environment, we can change the standard of what a successful woman looks like. And this leads me back to my main argument. Within my speech, we have looked at the unfair disadvantages Black women face in the workplace and some solutions to this injustice. But my main argument is that African American women should be able to wear their natural hair in the workplace. Hopefully, this can be achieved, and we can begin to appreciate all women who wear and show pride in their natural hair, not just celebrities. Thank you.